9:02 p.m. on August the 21st, 2022. Yes, I said 9:01, 9:02 p.m. And I decided to do something different and watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills on TV instead of waiting for the next day, so that'll like free up my weekend. Well, this is part one of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 12, part one of the Aspen trip that Kyle takes the ladies on. And wow. And I got a little bit of part two. Part two will be next week. Okay. And wow, 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 wow. And I was just starting to like the lady Diana from The Real Housewife of Beverly Hills. Diana, I was just getting to like her 2 weeks ago. And they're at the Aspen trip, and they were like just out of the blue. Garcelle and Erica were talking, and they decided to be friends. And all of a sudden, Diana was talking about Sutton. And I know Sutton is going to be Sutton. Kyle is going to be Kyle. All the ladies, they'll be their own little selves. But I did not expect a word that came out of Diane's mouth. And that is the see you next Tuesday word. And I have to agree with Garcelle. Regardless if it comes out of a man's mouth or another woman's mouth, it's not okay. And it just brought up like an interesting point. And I forgot to turn off my news notifications. I've been busy. But let's get the silver screen on here. Now we'll put on the glamour. And I was just like shocked, and not only I felt bad. I felt bad for Sutton because neither one of the ladies knew that was coming, because Kyle wanted to know about Instagram and stuff, and they got talking off of a different subject and storyline. But nobody saw that coming, and they played with like a Ouija board for like a little bit. And Aspen is just as pretty and adorable as it ever is. I've been to Colorado, but that's aside the point. And I love all the ladies, but Kathy Hilton really cheered me up, though. But I would have to say the ladies looked absolutely adorable. There was a color green top. Is it kind of like a dark lime green or something? But she wore it and I forgot to put this in the last of the Beverly Hills vlog that I did. When I release this will be called Aspen Trip Part 1. But there was a color shirt that Dorit wore that I think it's really, really pretty, and I enjoy that color green. And I was wondering if anybody's watching this. If you do watch the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, it was kind of like a 70s, 60s green, and it's the outfit that Dorit wears. But they were like getting along and talking, and the one thing that really, and I was just starting to like Crystal, too, the lady from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and they bring up, and I can see why Erica would be pissed because it's all over the news. And if they really, really wanted to know about it or ask questions, they would go to Erica directly. And I just thought that Garcelle and Crystal should have asked questions about it. And I did find out a few months ago that it was returned. A diamond set of earrings. But anyway, I just love the color green, and I just love on how all the husbands get along. Lisa Renna and Harry Hamlin. I just wing these. Whatever it comes out, spills out. But I just love on how all of the men get along. And there was a really, really, really touching moment between Lisa Renna and her husband, Harry Hamlin. As you know, Lois, Lisa Renna's mom, was such a part of the show, but she passed away last year. She passed away last November, and it was really, really hard for Lisa. And she was at a party that Dorit was throwing, and she had a breakthrough. And in this particular episode before the Aspen trip, not too much of it, but they went through a small little box. And now we go to back to Aspen. Aspen trip was good. Kathy Hilton mentioned something about the corn, and Kyle and her husband took I think one of their dogs with them, or two. I only seen one because they took a private jet and everything. I'm going to try and make these a little bit shorter. I was surprised that I had time to actually watch The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in real time. They're going to have an episode next week, Aspen trip part 2. And yeah, because I know I get a little bit of a heads up before they air. I guess Kathy Hilton loses it. But anyway, oh my gosh, the food looked absolutely good, and everything. Update on my ears. They're still clogged, but they're working themselves out. But back to the conversation at hand. Nobody. And it was kind of like, well, she left with Diane, and I guess Sutton and Erica have like a little beef, but it was shocking that 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 word was actually used, and I bet when the reunion comes, that there's probably gonna be a lot to say about that. And speaking of the reunion, um, I'm just gonna do the episodes, and if I'll probably end up watching the reunion. We have Xfinity on demand cable, and if I feel that there's something about that, like I said, I don't know how many parts are like, regardless if there's like, I know there's going to be a part one and a part two. Sometimes they have part threes, but I do know that they're going to have like at least part one of the reunion. But wow, it's like, yeah, and Diana and Erica left, but I can put myself in Sutton's shoes. I mean, to not only have that happen on camera, nobody knew that it was happening, and to have that word thrown at you, and wow. And I think that Sutton, I would have done the same thing, just felt hurt and embarrassed in one thing if that word was thrown at me. And, you're just going to have to take it, because if you lash out, you're going to be stooping until their level. So you just better um, sit out there and take it a little bit. But you have a right to own feelings. And speaking of feelings, that was a part of what Diane said. Does Sutton have feelings? Well, shit. I mean, after you got done watching this particular episode, yeah, Sutton has feelings. I knew that she had feelings. I do. Everybody has a right to their own opinion and their feelings, but to throw the CU next Tuesday out there, and I will release this at real time before I go to bed tonight. But to throw that particular word out, yeah, that, wow, yeah, I would be in shock too. I mean, like, wow, at least they could have had like a private conversation, like over the phone, or and just to have that word, I mean, I still love today. Do not get me wrong, I always, but the laughing part, it could be either be mean, or she did not know how to handle that word, throw it out, and she laughed. You know, I mean, everybody deals with things differently, but wow. Just when I thought that the ladies can not outdo themselves, something tells me with the last, I think this is the last episode of next week, and I got a little bit of a preview of what's going to be happening next week. And apparently it's going to be fun and everything. So, like I said, season 12 has been a real blast. Um, and everything, but this is healthy drama to deal with. This is an escape from all of the stuff that's been going on in the world and everything. Let's go, Brandon, and whatnot. But I just love PK and Adori. I love all the ladies, but sometimes the ladies do wrong shit. And everybody does a lot of things wrong, but there was no excuse to be using the C word and whatnot. But I have pretty much wrapped up the edition of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It's on Bravo TV. The Aspen trip. I love all the ladies when they go on their trips and whatnot. But yeah, oh my gosh, the steak. Okay, I will say one more thing and I will wrap this up. I just thought that having Kathy Hilton there, even though that she goes kind of baddie, she brings kind of like a comic relief. She asked Kyle, her sister, which piece of steak should I take? And Kyle says, I don't give two F's which piece of steak that was on that you would take. But the food looked absolutely good. Update on the garden. We got I think 16, 17 tomatoes, and we got one sunflower. It is the lemon one, and we're going to get at least one Italian white, and we're going to get at least maybe 3 lemon sunflowers. I found out about the sunflowers today. I did film a premiere video that I've already uploaded, and it is scheduled for September the 1st at 5 p.m. And let's see what else I can talk about here. But when you're and I love watching watch what happens live with Andy Cohen. But it's never a dull moment with the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And what time is it now? It is 9:20 p.m. And I'll be on here for like another minute. I want to at least make it just over 20 minutes, not like a big show stopping event that will probably come in the future. But I am Kara Knopf, your host, and I will see everybody next time with another private live turned public review of season 12 of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And it all depends what we're going to be planting next year for the garden. But I like doing these vlogs because our garden didn't really do well this year. We got like a ton of tomatoes this year. So if the garden that we suggest to have next year, that if it doesn't do too good, If I want to do next year's Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I will do that. But that's all for now. And Real Housewives of Beverly Hills vlog next week. And that's going to be called The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 12, Part 2. This is Part 1. I am Kara Knopf, your host, and I will see everybody next time. Bye-bye.